All right, so in the last video I left off with recording your voice. So now I'm going to show you how to put the package together to completion. I've already imported my voiceover, that's this clip and this clip. And this might look a little bit different than last time, but basically what I have here are the different sound bites that I brought down to the timeline to help me write my voiceover script. So that's what these are here. I also knew when I was writing my voiceover that I wanted to start with a clip of Roger Dumb unwrapping a sucker with Nat sound. And that's what you have there. So, with that being said, I'm going to start dragging down clips of my voiceover into the timeline. So let's find the first one here. So you can play it in this thumbnail mode using the I for in and O for out, and you can drag this down to the timeline, and this is going to go below the black strip of video. So put it there, and if it's easier, we can click this clip and we can view it in list mode, which, like I said, makes it larger and easier to view. Also, you'll notice with this B-roll clip that it plays audio and then the audio stops playing. And what I did was, if you use the range tool, range selection, or the letter R, you can highlight a section of the clip, and then you can pull the audio down for that part of the clip or bring it up. So I'm going to undo what I did there, but as you can see, and I'm going to zoom in here with Command plus, you can see that my audio plays, and then here the audio goes down. So I use the range tool to bring the audio down there. The next part of my voiceover is the line, "There exists just the right one." So I'm going to find that. I for in.
There exists just the right one.
O for out. I'm going to drag that down to the timeline and put that right about here. And I'm going to go back to the thumbnail view, and I'm going to select a B-roll clip. And I want to find a shot of Roger Dumb searching for some dum-dums. So somewhere around here. So I'm going to use I for in and O for out. I'm going to bring this clip down to my timeline. And this is going to go above this black strip of video because this is going to be B-roll. And I don't want audio for this clip, so I'm going to take this line, I'm just going to pull it down to mute.
Somewhere among them, there exists just the right one.
All right, and I can drag clips to the left and the right to make them longer or make them shorter. And then I'm going to bring over my next part of my interview, and this soundbite I already have down in the timeline here, so I'm going to slide this over. Let's play it.
One.
My favorite is this one. It's the raspberry flavor.
There we go. And again, these clips I already brought down before. I brought them down when I was writing my voiceover, so it makes this process a little bit easier. Next up, I'm going to grab the next part of my voiceover, and it's a line that says, "A man with an unfortunate name." So I'm going to find that, set it to list view, I for in.
A man with an unfortunate name.
And O for out. Drag that down to the timeline.
The raspberry flavor.
A man with an unfortunate name.
And go back and find some B-roll here. This is called film strip view or thumbnail view. And for this one, I'm going to take a shot of Roger Dumb playing with the suckers. This is more of a distant shot. So I for in and O for out. And let's drag this down to the timeline. Again, I don't want the audio for this clip, so I'm going to turn the audio down, and let's see how this looks.
It's the raspberry flavor.
A man with an unfortunate name.
Okay, trim the end of this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump ahead a little bit, and when you see this next, I should have a bunch more of this editing done, bringing down voiceover to the bottom and having sound bites and B-roll on top. All right, so now I've jumped ahead, and as you can see looking at the timeline, there's more voiceover down on the bottom, and there's more sound bites on top, there's more B-roll. Again, whatever is on the top is what will be seen. So I'm just going to play through this a little bit so you can check it out and see how it looks.
Somewhere among them, there exists just the right one.
And something I'm going to actually pause and show you right now is if you notice this audio
Exists.
is just showing up on the left speaker. So something that we'll do is you're going to select every time you use the handheld microphone. This is the one microphone that does this. You're going to select those clips and you're going to set the audio to dual mono. And now the audio should come through both the left and the right side.
Somewhere among.
Perfect. And this is something, whenever you guys complete your packages, I will actually oversee them and make sure everything looks good. So that's often something I can help you guys out with, is audio finessing when your package is complete. With that being said, let's check out the package.
Somewhere among them, there exists just the right one.
My favorite is this one. It's the raspberry flavor.
A man with an unfortunate name.
With the last name of Dumb, you can imagine the teasing that I got as a kid.
Who created an unlikely product.
My grandpa loved fruit as much as I love candy, so one day I thought, why not make some fruit candy?
Despite the name of the product,
It's a catchy name, and a lot of people have laughed at the name of it.
the suckers aren't dumb at all.
I can't tell you how proud we are that this is the only sucker on the market without any tree nuts, without any milk, and without any eggs.
All right, then at this point, it goes into an interview with somebody that is by the name of Misty Gunn. We don't have that, so it jumps ahead in the script.
Roger's got other plans too.
We're right now experimenting with gum, Dum Dum Gum. We're also looking for a Dum Gum mouthwash.
So right there, that's the surprise of the story, finding out about the gum and the mouthwash.
So the next time you come up with an idea, stop and consider the man named Dumb who turned his idea into something that's anything but dumb. Reporting for the Ekko, I'm Mitch Ramsey.
Boom, and then we always end with 10 seconds of black there. Something else I want to teach you guys how to do really quick is something called a crossfade. So if I select a point between two clips, and you can see it highlights, and then if I hold Command on the keyboard and press the letter T, it creates a crossfade. So I'll take a look at this.
Come up with an idea.
And as you can see, that video just kind of blends and fades right together. One more time.
Stop and consider them.
Just like that. So with that being said, you now know how to bring your voiceover down to the bottom of the timeline. You know about having your sound bites on the top of the timeline. You know about nat sound. You know about adding B-roll on top. You know how to do a crossfade. So the last thing I want to do now is show you how to export your video when you're all done. And again, before you export your project, I will come by and check out your package and make sure everything looks good and sounds good. So once that's all said and done, there's the share button on the top right. We'll click that. We're going to go to Master File. And you're going to give the name of your project here. So example package for video, that's what my title is. And then you're going to click Next. And then we always want to save it to the desktop. Typically, it will already be selected, but if it's not, you can select Desktop and then click Save. Now, just like when we import video, up here in the upper left, this little pie chart is filling up. We can click it for more information. And once this is to 100%, the video will be exported. So we'll just jump ahead here. So once it is done, it loads up a preview window, so you can view it again if you want to make sure everything looks good.
Raspberry flavor.
Dumb at all.
So it looks good, so you can close out this little preview window, and it says share successful. You can click close, and then from there, you're probably done, so you can quit Final Cut. You can click the little red X, and if we did it right, our video should be sitting on the desktop, and here it is, example package for video. From there, it will go on a flash drive to Mr. Larson. So now you know how to edit a package all the way to completion and have it exported onto the desktop.